What's the process like when you moving like negative transactions from a person's credit, like negative histories and stuff like that?
Okay, so the first process I would say is for my clients, I get them uploaded into my portal. Right when they go into the portal, they'll have to upload three documents. It's going to
Okay.
be the ID, social security card, and the utility bill.
Okay.
When they upload those things, I begin disputing every single negative item on the credit report. I can find delinquencies so quick. I can find derogatory items that nothing matches up the same. If you look at a credit report, it's impossible for everything to have the exact same information per bureau. So that's going to be my first step, is collecting all of those documents. But I get busy quick. If somebody sign up with me, that dispute is out within 24 hours. I don't play.
I seen a clip. You mailing out the
Yeah,
information
I don't
quick.
play. We at the post office
Yeah.
every day.
What, 24 hours? That's the
Every day.
deadline.
We at that post office on Saturdays.
They probably
okay?
thought you was traffic coming to that post office.
That's exactly what they think. It'd
Yeah.
be so funny. Every time I come in there, they be like, whatever business you got, it's bogus.
Right. Yeah, they be watching me and
Yeah,
nosy.
they be watching. They be watching.
Look, I saw another clip. You said don't want to see no woman buying no red bottoms with a 500 credit score. Let's talk
No,
about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, cause
It's so much better for you to invest in fixing your credit. We all know red bottoms are a ticket. They
Yeah.
$1,000 no matter which way you put it. Even the cheapest pair at $795.
you know the prices.
With
Hold
the
on.
taxes, baby, you're at $1,000. You need to
Right.
fix your credit before you go and step in that man's shoe. You need to fix your credit because you could invest in other things that you could profit from, and then ball out and buy all his shoes.
Right.
I got a few, we
Yeah.
like them.
I can tell you know the prices.
You know what
You
I'm
probably got
saying?
a whole wardrobe. Cause it's like I kind of agree with you because I got a buddy.
Okay.
And I don't want to put his business up. It's like you doing stuff backwards. I ain't say everybody perfect, but you buying all this and it's like your credit ain't where it's one. You get
Oh,
the
for
now
sure.
all the time.
Oh, for sure.
And I feel like everything is like an image for social media nowadays.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But my thing is, we don't got to live in images. We could live that in real life. Let's fix the credit. Let's invest. Let's flip a house. Let's start a business. Let's profit, and let's really live that.
Right.
To where it's nothing for us to go to the stores and pick out what you want. And it's
Exactly.
all good. Whether it's picture day on Instagram or not. You know what
Say
I'm saying?
picture day. You say-
We really living like that.
Yeah,
You know?
most definitely.
So it's that's the best thing if you ask me. I've always wanted to make sure I was straight for real. Like, I don't fuck what it look like.
Right.
I need to know that I'm right for real.
It make you
really
feel
don't
good.
care
Then you ain't
about
got like call nobody for help. You
Yeah.
doing your own stuff. And like you said, you been through it already, so you already seen the dark side of
Oh,
stuff.
for sure. I've been. Things have gotten so bad for me to where it was like, oh well, shit, can't get no worse.
And that's crazy. My man the hood motivator and Will said that he was like, it's times when it get dark, you just be like, what else can happen? It can't get no worse than
Yeah,
that.
it's done got so ugly. That's why I feel maybe the light that people see in me now, I guess I'm so grateful
Yeah.
to be where I am because things have gotten very, very complicated.
You-
So,
Especially for a woman, you be like, damn, like she tough,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it makes you different. I'll say that.
It make you like hold your guards up, don't want to be around certain people.
Yeah, I'm very guarded with that. Like I don't play that. I don't
Yeah.
spread my energy around too much. I know what that brings, so I'm cool.
Yeah, you been from where you from. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, I know what that brings.
Look, so I seen the clip. I was being nosy. You went stopped at the Apple store and they gave you a business card. I didn't know that, so that was new. I watched it like 4 times. I'm like, damn, is this a fake clip or what? Because so educate me a little bit, the people that's watching it, like that whole process.
So funny thing is, I'm my natural self everywhere I go. So it depends on how I feel that day. I really need a computer. I just bounced in there.
Right.
One of the sales reps, she really took to what I was doing. I think we were testing out some of the computers, and she was asking me what I was using it for. And I told her, I'm like, I do webinars. And she's like, oh, for real? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what are they on? I pulled one up, showed her. She saw all those people on there. And she was like, you really need to connect with the Apple business team. And I'm like, I didn't know y'all had a business team. It was something that I didn't know about.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying, like genuine connections and things.
Right.
I stood there. I think I had already checked out for the computer, and she told me, she was like, make sure you answer your phone. And I'm terrible at answering my phone. It's always going to do not disturb.
Right.
But she was like, make sure you answer your phone. They're going to call. And they actually called. And when I got on the phone with them, I was like, well, what does it consist of? I know all the right questions to ask. That is really how I move forward. Like, a lot of people don't understand that there's an art to that. Like, you have to know the correct questions to ask.
Okay.
And I simply knew that. I was just like, hey, how can I get on the business team? What financial products do you guys have available? Apple has offered a line of credit to people for about 6 months now. You have to go into the store and get the offer, and you have to get the call. So I didn't realize that that's what it consisted of. Right. It's not something that you could click online and, go see it. Because, of course, we all know about the Apple credit card.
Right.
They've had that one for a long time, but that's personal. Well, they have a business credit card.
Yeah, they just turned it up.
They actually offered me to get 16 devices. So 16? I could have got 16 Apple phones, or you could have got 16 laptops, 16 iPads, or a mix of the three, or the products, products that they have. So, yeah.
Some people even getting approved for 2 iPhones. You talking about 16.
But also, what I want people to understand, when those opportunities come to you, the only way you could take them is if your business structure is set up the correct way.
Right.
If you're not structured correctly and you get the opportunity or the offer and then they run it and you get declined, come on now.
Right.
Like, so that's where I step in. I make sure that everything is together. Your personal credit profile, your business credit profile. I make sure everything is what it's supposed to be so that it's lender friendly, and I guarantee approvals. I won't even put anything through if I'm not 100% sure it's gonna get approved.
I'm gonna have to go check them out, man.
Yes.
So with the business, they look at your whole setup.
Yeah, your business structure is everything. So if it's structured incorrectly, let's say you have an address on there that's a home address. That's not structured properly.
Yeah.
However, some of us, we get blindsided by little small things that you could fix.
Right.
People be thinking, I started my LLC already and the address already on there. Okay, give them a call and change it, because things change with businesses all the time.
Yeah.
That's okay. My business address has changed. You give the Secretary of State a call and they make the changes. They'll be showing up online within 3 days.
Some people think it's going to cost you this much to change it, though.
No, even if they charge you to change it, you can do it with your statement of information, which is just lunch. Trust me.
Talking about just lunch, huh?
Listen, as much money as people are spending these days on the wrong things, and people are quick to say what they can't afford, and I will say this. What you can't afford is to walk around here with bad credit. That's costing you way more than what you think.
Yeah.
Way more.
The interest.
Way more. The type of choices of cars and selections of houses that you have. When you have bad credit, you could purchase a home still. You just going to be putting 20% down. In this housing market in Los Angeles, California,